Okay. So can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So welcome to today's class. Yesterday, on Thursday we did introduction to IT support. We talked about IT support, different types of support, technical and non-technical support. We spoke about what technical support is and what non-technical support. We said technical support involves fixing tech issues like troubleshooting devices and managing systems. Why non-technical support is like helping users understand and use tools properly, even like without fixing any technical issues. So we gave examples of technical and non-technical supports, and we also explained it and also give a live this with our Google Drive. We learned how to use Google Drives, how to use it as a workflow to collaborate and share files. So, and we went ahead to talk about CRMs and workflow tools. We um, mentioned what CRM means, CRM being customer relationship management, and it's actually tools that helps businesses track interactions with their customer and also manage sales and also share store customer data. We also said that workflow tools are used to organize and track team tasks, ensuring smooth collaboration. So yesterday, on Thursday, we talked about mainly hotspots, and we were on hotspots. We on hotspots we talked about contacts. We talked about companies, deals, tickets, lists, inbox, calls, tasks, and all that, even templates. And I made to understand what all these things can be used for. So today we'll be in the marketing department of hospitals. This place is actually full of fast explanations, nothing much. So, and I just hope we'll finish almost everything about hotspot today so that we can go over to another CRM tool by tomorrow. Okay? So, okay. So this brings us over to campaign. So campaign is actually like more involved in for salespeople, especially it's a kind of outreach where you use in the like a systematic form of outreach. You understand? A campaign like shows what and how you want your what and how you want to reach out to your prospects or clients or whatever. You arrange it, you automate it and arrange it according to the way you want it, the form, and even how you want it to go. So that's what a campaign is actually all about. Okay, let's see. This is a kind of an example here. This is what it's mostly like, looks like somehow. But the only thing is that this campaign, the only reason I will just rush it here is because when we get to um lead generation tools, we will talk more about campaign because there I will show you how it works. You understand how you can even set it up and all that. So it's not really much in here, but this is just like an example of it, what you see, what it kind of looks like if you're to See your campaign. So, and this is how, this is just like an analysis of it. Like, this is like the sessions, the new contacts you found, influence contacts, closed deals. This is just like, while running a campaign, you get something like this, and an analysis of how it's going. So this actually, something like this gives you a clear insight if to know if your campaign is really running well or not. It will help you to do some tracking to know if you're to do trackings, if you're to use different forms of maybe A and B testing and all that. I know this might actually sound somehow to you, but with time you really understand what I'm saying, especially when we get to lead generation tools, lead generation and the tools and all that. But this gives you an insight to know if your campaign is really running smoothly, if you need to change anything, if you need to change your test or your email messages and all that, in any way you're running your campaign, because there are a lot of different campaigns, both email campaigns, LinkedIn outreach campaigns, SMS campaigns. It just depends. There are a lot. So this gives you an insight of what you're doing. So you don't just keep hitting the rock and think you're doing something. So I think that is actually that. This is just what a campaign is about. We'll go over to emails. We've actually talked about emails though, I don't know. So it here actually helps you, like you can choose email. That's what like this hotspot part talks about. You can see there are a lot of templates to choose. You can choose the template you want, a simple template. You can choose a newsletter template. You can choose a promotion template. So that's basically what you do with this part. You understand? You just send personalized email to your connects and your audience just to help you grow revenue. You can just decide which template. Um, let's use this. You see how it is, right? This like just shows you it's this is practically a template. You can see it, you can customize it according to your needs, according to what you want it to be, how you want it to be. It's just, it's not much. This is the sections. You can just edit, do whatever, use text, put on socials, whatever you want to add, you understand, you can just put it here. It's here, it just helps you create your own email templates according to your taste. You can actually use A and B test in here, but it's locked because we are not, this is a free version. Okay. So these are just like to preview your tests. Then you preview and send. See? Assuming like I've not really added anything here, so we can't send any email. You understand? So we don't, which logo, let's see if, let me show you something. This network is really bad today. I don't know. Everything keeps going slowly. Okay, it won't allow us to replace. I don't know. But in case you just want to replace, this is where you can change your logo to your taste, to your company's logo actually. You understand? Then you can then arrange it to how the sizes and height and all that. So when you're done replacing your logo, this is where you type your email. Can you hear me? Please reply if you can hear me.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So this is where you change where you type your email. You can just type your email here. You can see it's editable. Sure, you see, you can edit it. You can delete. You can type. You see, you can see what I'm doing, right? You can delete. You can type it. It is just. It's basically a template. We know what template is now, right? So that is it for the email part. So social, this is also like another form of outreach too. Like it's asking us to update, to upgrade. No, this is also ads. Here you can run your ads. Here you can actually do things about your event. Then this is form. I want to like open this form. Most times I just think if hotspot is actually almost self-explanatory, because once you keep clicking on these things, you can easily like find what you need to do with it. Just, and that's why I said always navigate. That's actually how you learn how to use CRM. You don't just learn CRM by looking at it once. You look at it once each day. Whenever you have time, come to it, come over it, and keep clicking every this thing there. Then you see, you will really learn it. So here, let's create a form. This is actually a kind of form. The form you send to your clients, maybe when you, or even share it with your team. You understand? Let's like, I even share it with your team. How the form works, like, I don't know if you've done something that you are like giving a form to, they will tell you to give them a review. Like, what do you think about their product? You've done it before, right? Or like maybe your bank or whatever have sent you a kind of form to tell you fill this form, an online form, and say fill this form. This is how actually how those forms are being created. You can just choose.
Okay.
Yes, that's actually how. Nice, 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 nice. Finish. Okay, I think let's create our own. Let's just create our own. Let's create our own form so you see it. Okay. So you can see how it is, right? You can just choose whichever one you want to add. I'll show this one. You can add any this thing. Like this is just like name and email. You can just choose. Okay. You credit according to your taste. These things are too small for me. I can't even see it clearly. So this is like the name, your last name. Actually, when you create a form, you're not really the one using the form. It's just for someone. Yeah, you get it's you're creating it for people. So they can just say the person's name, last name, email, then they can add. I'm trying to add this thing with my own style. No, no, no. I don't want it to be just this. Oh, everything keeps telling us to upgrade. I'm tired. It keeps wanting us to upgrade. If before you add the other this thing, you need to upgrade and all that. So assuming this thing is not asking us, assuming it's not really asking us to upgrade, you can add more steps, you understand, to your form. It just doesn't end there, but here you need to, the step is actually locked. We can't add more steps because it's telling us to upgrade. You could have added more step. You can like ask put you can put something like a statement, you understand, maybe how did you, okay, let me just use a job form for an example. Job forms are like they will tell you put your name, your last name, email address, then they start asking you an interview question somehow on the form. They'll be like, where did you see this job from? It's something they just, then they give you an option, you have an option of answering where you answer something like this. But I can't really show you that in there. We will get to those places when we go to Google Form, though. When we go to how to use Google Workspace, that will come later. So you really see how to create a form. For now, Hotspot is asking us to upgrade, which we are not doing because this is a training. This thing. Well, that is that for the form, Sha. I will tell you how to create form when we get to Google Workspace. You will learn how to do that one. So this is actually buyer's intent. What is buyer's intent? This is actually where you kind of know what a buyer really wants at the moment. Like if you're running your campaign, you can just choose it, especially in all these lead generation tools. When you click on it, it shows which buyer really wants, you understand, that really wants your product and how much, like the percentage of their wants. This actually helps you know the right people to reach out. It helps you know the right people to reach out to. You don't keep shooting shots where it's just falling on an empty this thing. So that's what buyer's intent is. This is actually lead scoring. It's also like that lead stuff. This is the marketing analysis, just the journeys. So I want us to finish this in here. This is actually content. This is mainly for the marketing department. This is also kind of, yeah, this is also for the marketing department. This is like your website page where you add your website page and all that. So you can just like be able to navigate your page from there. Like I said, Hotspot is versatile. Everything is just there. This is just like, it's just like your full workspace. Everything, you can integrate everything and anything that has to do with your work here and manage all of them at once. You understand? Put all your team here and each and every one of them in their different departments managing it. Like I said on Thursday, you can see all these things here because you are actually like the owner of this page. We are the owner of this page. So that's why you can see it. If you are to be invited to a company, you are likely to be seeing, you likely only see your what they want you to see. Like you're just your department and maybe a few other things. You won't just be seeing the whole thing. So here you just have to create a website. That's if you don't have a website already. You create your own website. You see, it makes the whole thing easy. Now they have AI, which can even help you create a website. If you want to create on your own, you can easily do it. It's they are just making everything easy. As at few months ago or last year, this wasn't like this. But now AI and all this has been infused, and it's it's just so easy and simple to use. Here is actually your landing page. You can just create a landing page. Here you can create with AI or even create from scratch. Then here is your blog. It depends. This is your now they have podcasts, case studies, and all that. You can just embed your hubs and all that here. It's now very it's even more. Hotspot, I must say, Hotspot now has a lot of features. Oh, the features are so great now. So here is I'm going to miss your SEO membership. This place actually like helps you manage every other thing. We can't do all these things now because it's asking us to upgrade. Everything is now upgrade. Ahala. So this is actually like a Salesforce space. These are your documents. Yeah. I hope you can actually like understand this, even though we are not. It's asking us for a lot of upgrades, right? The upgrades are too much. It's asking for a lot of upgrade, but it's not really saying it's not really something that hard. You understand? It's just
Yes,
you
when
already
I go
know
through
what.
it personal, I'll see the ones
Yes,
I can do now.
yes. So if even if you have any question, you can just ask me. All this is just like you know what website is now, landing pages, blogs. It's just asking you to put actually the company will have to do all these things themselves. So you don't really need to bother yourself. So this is actually where you kind of manage documents. You understand? You can upload documents. You can create new folders. Here this is actually a new one, and it's fine. It looks good. And here you can book meeting, put your meeting schedules, like the way I'm sending you meeting links and all that through Google. You can actually do your meeting stuff here. Just do your meeting and all that. So with this, you don't even like most likely need any other you don't need much workflow tools because you almost have everything here. That's what Hotspots has now like done this to. Like, they want you to use only them. So you see, this is where you actually book your meeting. Like you can just get started. Like this is a kind of a calendar. If I should choose this, if I should create this, it should just be something like this. Let's get started. I hope they don't tell us to upgrade though. So if we are to connect a calendar, let's try and connect a calendar. Okay, so we have our calendar here. So here you can actually, this is how you can just create your meeting. You understand? You select, I don't want to save this thing, I want to change it. Here is a kind of, here is overview like what it looks like. Here is the scheduling. Yeah, like your meeting link or whatever, you can just add it here. Then this automation, you can just automate it to whatever, like you can send the confirmation to email of the attendees emails. You can even set a meeting reminder, just like you can just say like send an email to remind them before the meeting starts and all that. It just depends on what you want to use. So let's come back to this. This meeting is a, I don't know, it's not allowing me create my own. So this is a one-on-one meeting. You understand? This, and let's just say it's just like a 60. You can choose this. Yeah, you just have to personalize your this thing. Now matching. Let's leave all this place. I want to create my own. I don't know. It's not really allowing me to do that. So here you can even add you can just personalize it according to, you can add location. Let's just say if it's a this thing, you can just add, if it's a Google, through Google Meet, you add it. They will ask me to, I know. They will ask me to connect an app. This is like maybe a Zoom or whatever. So that whenever you create a meeting link, it will show. This place now is like this location, since it's not a face-to-face this thing, I'll be adding a meeting link. I'll be adding a meeting, maybe a Zoom or Google Meet or whichever one I want. Share. But if it's a face-to-face meeting, like let's say you're seeing that person face-to-face, you can just put the location you want here. You understand? You can just say Lagos to this one, Lagos, and it will show. I don't really want to start connecting, meeting, all this thing, because one thing is that you see this thing, you still do it. I'll still teach it, not even from hotspot. I will teach you how to create meeting link when we get to our appointment setting. So that's I'm just like rushing this side because we still do all those stuffs. But this is just to show you that this is actually how to create your meeting. There's nothing there. When you learn appointment setting, you will easily grasp what I'm saying here. So we've talked about sequence before. Only going back to that, we've talked about it before today, but in case you don't remember, it's just like where you also create, how you create your email or your outreach. It's just how you create your outreach. You can decide how you create it. If you can say this is just like a template of it. This is how it's connected. Let me just say the first day you actually reach out with a message, a kind of cool message. Then the second day you can decide if you want it to be a call. You understand? The second outreach might be a call. It depends on what you want. Then the third one might just be like reminding them, okay, following up and all that in case they've not responded. So this is just like how to run an outreach. So this is just activity feedback where you get your feedback. This forecast, this is sales analytics. Here is actually like your overview. Here is payments, where how you see your payments, where you see payments and all that. Here is invoices. Okay, I click that. This part is actually for like more of those in accounting and all that. This is like this is their part, this is their section. You understand, right? They are mostly the people in charge of these sections because they're the ones that have things to do with um money, payments, the payments made, and all that. So you see, you can set up your payments plan, how you want them to pay you. These are your invoices where you create invoice and all that for your clients. So this is basically where you create your invoice. You can create a new invoice. You can even like bring in an invoice you already want. So here you can see one thing with creating invoice that once you create an invoice, you can choose. You can set up your online payments. Basically, you can decide which one you want. You can create your invoice here. Create one-time invoice. You can create a recurring invoice. You can check your invoice status. You can check the date. Like here, you check the one that is draft, the open one, the paid one, the voided one, or even unassigned. Here, you check the dates, the invoice dates. You understand? You check the invoices that are due and all that. So these are also payments link. MTN. Okay, let's just go over to the other one. We say, okay, it has opened. So here you can create your payment link. You understand? Create branded payment link to effortlessly accept payments. It depends on the kind of link you want and this thing. You can just create your payment link from here. You as a businessman, you can even decide to use Hotspot and create your own payment link and get your money from your clients. You understand? So here is your quotes. Here is actually your product subscriptions and all that. This is the help desk. This is for customer success. This for customer agents. This for your chat flows. This for your knowledge base. This is actually like your knowledge base, customer portals and all that. So that's actually, and this part is for your, yeah, this is actually for your data integrations. So here you can literally import a file, you understand? Here is just like you can add your data, you can sync an app, you understand? You can sync an app you want. Here you can sign up for a migration. This is just like where you manage and connect apps. You integrate things you want to integrate. Is custom events. This is your data quality. This is your data sets. This is actually like your data studios too. Data models, data enrichment if you want to enrich your village and all that. So here is actually for automation, where you automate your workflows and upgrade. Okay. Everything now is practically upgrading. So in case you just want to like this is your like automation. You understand? You can decide how something works, how you want it to be. If so thing happens, do something. Like, let me just say, if someone subscribes to your products, okay, if that person subscribes, add the person to list. You can decide. You understand? This is just like an action. I'm just using this as an example because they won't. Mm, okay, so you can decide what to do with it. If someone like subscribes, or if someone shows interest on my product, if the person say or clicks, wow, to see more about my product, send the person to my lead um lead lead list, so that and once you do that, once that person shows interest, the system automatically takes that person's name, information, and everything, and adds it to your list lead. You understand? Then, if the person is in your lead, you can also decide, say, when this person is in my lead, send the person an email. You understand? Then the system automatically sends the person the first email. And again, you can also say, or you can even decide, okay, don't send the person an email. You can do another thing. It depends on how you work. This is just like these things you're saying is how you can create it. Do you want to send the person an email, or even if you send the person an first email and the person doesn't reply, you can choose another one. Call the person. The next thing, after 2 days or 3 days, if the person does not reply to my email, call. Then the system calls the person. You don't need to do anything. It's just the system working for you. It does whatever you ask it to do. By then, you've already automated it to your own taste, how you want it to be, and all that. You understand? So that's practically what an automation is. You telling the system to do things for you, how you want it to be. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, so the automation actually work the same way. It's just you telling. Can you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just you telling your system telling your arranging it on how you want everything to be. Instead of you doing the whole thing yourself, maybe when someone shows interest on your product, you'll be like, okay, let me run and go and reply that person. You use a lot of information, a lot of details, a lot of prospects, a lot of leads you will slip from you. You might not be able to get all of them. But when you automate it on how it should work, or how your workflow should work, it actually brings ease. You understand? It's very easy for you to do things. It's just like you relax and your system just keeps working for you. So this is actually reporting. This is where you see your dashboard, and also assuming you set up this thing very well, you practically see. Okay, I guess let this go the first dashboard. So now we change it. Let's change it. Mhm. Yeah, we actually know this. I don't got to just like mm, yeah, performance. Oh,
This is just loading, loading.
yes, it's network. Sorry about that. Network is actually very bad. So we've actually yes, what's it called? So we've actually like created our dashboard like this. It's empty because we don't have anything. We've not like added anything. We've not done any sales or any marketing stuff. If not, this place will be like this, just like this, a kind of a one thing about dashboard is it shows you like everything your market, your company is on. You see it. Assuming there's been a email campaign running now, you will see like how many emails that have been sent. You will see how many that have been opened. You will see your clicks if there's any link or anything there. You see the clicks. You see click rates and all that. So here would have showed you your contacts and all that. So you would have seen something like a line with colors to show you the numbers, how many we have. But now they are just 100 because it's only two contacts, just on 100%. Which if it was really like this was a functioning workspace now, you will see the partitions and all that. So this is practically how a dashboard would have looked like if you start running, if your company starts using this. You see everything running. Also reports how things have been. Okay, see it. Uh-huh. You see here, it's actually showing the whole report and all that. Like I said, those in charge are actually the people that normally see this. So here shows you the report, how your business is running, what and what, who is doing who, what, and all that. So, so that is that for HubSpot. And also we actually learn another workspace, which is Zoho CRM. And that's CRM. Zoho CRM is actually like almost something as HubSpot, but it also has its own differences. You understand? So I will not show my screen. So we'll create a Zoho account. I want us to create a Zoho account and just do a tour around it to see how it works. So we search for Zoho. Alright. Zoho has as in I don't know, I would say I really enjoy using Zoho. Like the twice I've used it, I've worked with it. I actually enjoy using it. I actually enjoy using Zoho. I don't know between Zoho and Hotspot which one I enjoy using, but I don't really want to choose, but I think I enjoy using it. Zoho more. So,
Asking people to subscribe.
hmm?
So this one too is still asking for subscription, like payment or something.
You mean subscription?
I mean this one now. This Zoho is still asking
Uh,
for payment.
they all they all actually ask for payment. Just the only thing is that I'm teaching you with a free version, so that's why we can't really open every of its features. I can just tell you what each of them works. You understand? So you see what it's like. But for you, you can actually use it. Most times they have 14 days free trial. So you can use your 14 days free trial when you start using it. Do you know why? Because you're actually using it for your practice, right? So I don't know if you get what I mean, right? So you can use your 14 days free trial on it. If you start using it, then you can just use you see an option of 14 days free trial. So you can just use your 14 days free trial and get all of them. Within that 14 days, you must have mastered everything about it. Okay. So here we are creating an account now. I just hope Zoho does not have a lot of subscribe. Zoho has it comprises of a lot of things. It has a lot of departments in it. So it's another suite CRM tool. And another thing I noticed that Zoho is mainly used in Nigeria. A lot of Nigerian companies use it a lot because they've actually really done a good marketing this thing in Nigeria. So company name from the you can go ahead and do search for Zoho CRM, create an account as I'm creating. Okay.
Okay.
So search for Zoho. Just type Zoho CRM. You will see it. You saw the one I clicked abi when I searched Zoho CRM, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just do it. I'm waiting for you. If you get to this part, I am just let me know.
Okay. Okay. This is where I am now.
Yes. Do you want to share your
This is where.
screen?
Yeah.
Okay, have you written, have you chosen company's name and all that?
No.
Okay, please go back. You've already created an account. Have you chosen your listening? Because you've already created an account, I can see. Right?
Yeah, I didn't write any company name.
Okay, you didn't choose any company name. Okay.
I just put the email and password and just sign up.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's okay. Let me now share my this thing. Let me go back to sharing my screen then. Okay. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. I can see I'm even using enterprise this thing. Oh, okay. So this is actually Zoho CRM. This is okay, this is this home. This is our manager home where you just see everything. This is actually where you see open this, my untouched, my course today, and all that. So these leads, like these your leads. I don't know why network is just too bad since this month. It doesn't even matter this thing you're subscribing to. It's just bad. So this is actually like a lead. This is just like leads. You understand? Like this.
Yeah.
hmm hmm These are leads. These are actually samples though. So you know. So this Christopher. This Christopher's name. This is the company. The company is called Rangoni of Florence. Then this is the email address. This is the phone number. So this is the lead source. This is like a cold call. You understand?
Mm.
Lead owner, me, which is me now. I'm the lead owner. So this is just like how each lead you're looking for. This is like the lead source advertisement. This lead source now is like how you got this lead. This person came through an advert we ran. This came through. This person either downloaded our web and um, got added to our list. How did these things happen? This is actually through this thing I told you about automation on
Okay.
yes, the automation I told you on hotspot. It was like this is like a kind of automation we did. If this person, if after calling this person, add it to our lead. Maybe after, if this person views an advertisement, add the person to our lead. If this person download our web, this thing, add it to our lead. If the person joined our seminar, add the person to our lead. This from online store, add the person. So this is just it. These are the lead source where this lead came from. Due to the way we what it was all arranged to happen. Due to
Okay.
yes, this was because of how it was arranged to happen. You can actually like get source leads from lead generation tools and it will still show, but the lead source will be telling you where it actually got from, which is actually maybe Apollo or lead list or wherever or LinkedIn. So that's just it. This lead source mainly shows you how that particular lead came to you.
Mhm. I know about Apollo.
Yeah, you know, do you know Apollo? Apollo.io.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll also be doing it when we get to lead generation. Have you used it before?
Yes, I have an account with Apollo before.
You've used it to run leads, source leads before, right?
Yes, to search contact, email, phone number, things like
Yeah.
that.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Although it just makes it easy. You all these things you can easily integrate those Apollo to all these other CRMs so that you don't just go there and be copying it. You just like do the work for you. When you search lead, you can just export it to all these your CRMs and it will be here. You understand?
Mm.
Mm. So these are your contacts. These are like the contact the ones you already have. You understand? These dates are actually like when it was all other. This one was today. This one was on June 23rd. This one was today. This date shows when each thing was added. Then the contact name. You can even choose which contact you really want to see. If it's or you choose, or if it's contacts, their name starts with A, you can choose it. You see no contact with A here. So you can either choose contacts than the name starts with C. This makes it easy because in case you're looking for contact, a particular contact, and you don't just want to start searching for too long, you can
Mhm.
choose. Yes, you can remember where the name of that contact, how it starts, and you can just easily click it. And see, you see, I chose C, and this one came out.
Okay.
So, yes, so it's for easy sourcing. But if you want to see all your contact, you can just choose all, and all of them will come out. So these are the account names. These account names are actually from the vision they are from. So you can see their emails, you can see the phone numbers. These things are actually samples, that's why they're like this. So you can see the phone numbers.
Mhm.
In case you want to send an email, you can send it here. If it's call, you can just easily decide to call. You can just easily decide to call the person. You understand? By then you've already like chosen a calling this thing you want. So who is the contact owner? Me. Assuming it's in an organization now, anybody that owns like an organization where leads are being sourced by different people. You understand? So whenever you click or you see every lead that company owns, that organization owns, but in order to know who owns which lead, this is where you come to contact owner. This contact owner is to show you the owner of each lead, who sourced that lead, who owns that particular lead. You understand? So that's it. That's the contact owner. But now the
Okay.
lead is under my name, so it's on Chinota training. Assuming I have Emeka or Judith in my team, Judith's name will also be showing on maybe Judith lead. Judith to just show Judith. So you know that Judith actually owns this lead. Most times it's actually good like that in case it's been like assigned for anybody that's off lead should actually contact your lead. You can easily say, okay, When you look for a lead and you now see, you now look for, when you now look for this Chris, is it Chris, what's the name? Yes, Chris. You can know, easily know who owns Chris. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know, yes, you know who owns it. Like this here now, you actually see, assuming there was a note on this, like what Chris did or what we are working on with Chris, you will see it here on the note. You can see it. It would have been showed here, like Chris this also thing, Chris did not this also thing, and all that. So if you want to know the attachment, anything that has been shared with Chris or Chris shared with us, you will be able to see it from here. You understand? See?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. These are upload documents, work drive, other additional links. So you would have been able to see, they would have been showing here, all of them will show here. This is also the calendars, like role and all that. You would have been seeing it here. This is the deal. Okay, now we have a deal. You see that deal I was telling you about on HubSpot? We've
Yeah.
already like, yes, this Chris is already a client because, and we've already done a deal with Chris. See, the amount is $60,000. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So the stage is like we are still on identifying decision makers. Probability is actually 60%. So this deal is almost being closed. You get it, it's already on 60% probability. So the other probability is just 40. So mostly it's a closed deal. So the closing date will be on 24th. You see, closing date 24th of this month. Yeah. So it's a new business. You see, that's it. That's how
Yeah.
you see. Yeah, that's how you see the deal and all that. So this is open task. You see that task I was telling you about is like register for upcoming CRM webinar. This is like a task for me, Chinasa training, CEO and administrator. So this is actually my task. I'm to register for a webinar, which is coming up on 21st. You understand? The status of it is not started because I've not started it. It's not yet time. So I've not started it yet. And the priority I was telling you is low. It's actually low. It's not yes, it's something I can easily decide to ignore or not. Or it's something I can easily say, okay, it's still not yet there. So until then when it starts. This is another task that was created for me. This get approval from manager. This is like me getting an approval from manager in some for something. You understand? So I'm the owner of it. See the status in progress. You see it? It is in progress. Now, this status is not yet started. Why this status is in progress? Because I've already continued it. If I should finish this task, if I should finish this task, I will actually, if I've gotten this approval from this manager, priest manager, or whichever one, then it will be on, it will show completed. You understand? It will show completed. Here now, the priority is high because this is actually an important task. It's a very important task. The priority high. If I can easily decide to close that and mark it as complete. You see it? It's already marked complete. You can decide to add a follow-up task on this one. Maybe yes, it's complete, but you want to do something else. Instead of creating another task, you can just create a follow-up task for it. I don't know if you get what I am saying. So this is everything about the task. It was created on here and it was already modified here and it's already completed. So that's actually, at least this actually gave me a more clear insight to show you on how the task stuff works. So, okay, now we have, see, we have a closed activity. Before, this open activity was two, right? Did you notice? Can you hear me? Are you there? Hello, are you here? So I won't be talking to myself alone.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. So,
Okay. So
can
I
you hear
told
me?
you, yes. So I told you, if I don't know if you noticed before, this open activity was one, and there was nothing in closed activity then. This open activity was two then, and there was nothing on closed activity. But with the fact that now we've already, and then we only had, see, it was two open activity here, but we've already closed one, we've already gotten the approval from the manager. Now we have a closed activity. You see it? Get approval from the manager. It's closed. You've done it. The task has been completed. So it's on closed activity now. You understand me, right? It even showed the time it was closed. So here you actually see your invite, meeting invite, and all that. Here is about your product, add product, and all that. You can add cases, product cases, and all. This is your quotes. Here you can create a new quote, assign quotes, and also here you get your sales order, who ordered and all that. You can assign it to a particular person. You can create new order, sales orders. Here you can also get and create your purchase order. This is actually how to like create a sales order. Project subject, customer number. You understand? Then quote name, side with spending and all that. This is how to create your sales order. Sales order. This is actually the commission and or contact name for Chris. So once you create this and save it, you've already created your quote order, your sales order, and it gets recorded to the CRM. And this is actually creating your purchase order. This is where you create the purchase order. You know what purchase is now? This then here is where you
Um,
create your, yes, here is where you create your invoice. Just like on hotspots, you can also create your invoice here too. Invoice for payment, send it to your clients, and they just pay you. You understand? When you create the invoice, everything, your details and all these things, payment details is added here. So once your client gets this, they know how to pay you. They get the information on how to pay you. So this is actually your sales invoice.
okay.
Mhm. This is your sales invoice. Please, I would like you to go back through all these CRMs, touch it, do your own this thing, hover around it, you understand? Check out
Okay.
each and everything I've clicked today, see what it's like. And then if you have any question, you can always come back to me and ask. Because one thing is that I'll be giving you assignments, and your assignments will involve in all these stuff. When it's involved in this, you must do it.
Okay.
So this is actually your vendors price book. This is where you can create your price book in case a customer, if you already have a price book, you can also import. If a client just asks you for your prices, I'll just share it. and even share it with your team, sales team, so that they know how much you is in these cases, these your solutions, these document forecast, these visit, okay, your listing visits, those that have visited your website, these your socials, these are your services. Let's go over to this one. These your reports. These your reports. This is your report name. This is your description. And now this is actually the folder. Let's check this out. No data here. Okay, assuming there was, let's just say, assuming there was a data here. This is a kind of, this is where you check your click rates. You understand? This is where you track everything. Just like the way I showed you on that email, how you track if your email is actually going well or not. It's still the same thing. This is just your report. This is if you want to have a favorite and all that. I don't think you want the this recently viewed. This recently viewed is in case most times you might find it hard navigating on things you've already done. So you can just come on this recently viewed and see every other things you've already like worked on. So you can just come back to there and make it. Something about Zoom is that Zoom is fun. It's funny because most times you become confused, especially when you started using it. Not even now that you're actually this is actually about reports. This is your day reports. This is your day report. This is your lead report. This is where you see everything about your report. If you want to see how your deal is work doing, just sit here. If you want to see how your lead is doing, if you want to see your account and contact report, the campaign you're running, the test and solution, this is just where every report should be. You show here. This is your analytics to see your revenue.
Yeah.
You don't have any lead for this month. So, okay, that's sure. You have 10 lead. That was last month. Last month relative zero. 10 lead for this month. Last month, nothing. This is revenue. What the company already have now is what they've already made for this month, which is at $5,000. Deals in pipeline. There's already 8 deals in the pipeline, not yet completed. They are still they are still like under they are still doing it, not yet completed. Let me just use that word. It's still under probability. You understand? Most times the 8 deal might fall through. Most times, not all of them, they might not make the whole maybe this or some will be delayed, depending. That's just how it works. But for now, there's actually 8 deals in the pipeline. Accounts, there's already 2 accounts this month. These 2 accounts are this, like they're already accounts this month working on. So this is actually where you do your revenue target for the year. This is your lead generation target. The target is 100, you're still in 10. The target is 1,000, you're still in 10 leads. So if you should add another lead, yeah, it will keep increasing. The more leads you add, the more it increases. The target for the revenue this year is 800,000. We are on here. So you see, this is last month performance and all that. This is actually lead by source. Okay, let me show you how this thing. The leads I told you about, how it was sourced. You see where the this thing shows it. This is what I was telling you on that HubSpot, that that one was just 100% because there wasn't much done there. So it was just showing one color 100%. But here, one thing with analytics is that if you see this, you can easily know which one is which. You don't even need much explanation. You can, with this, you can know, okay, yeah, this is actually from people from seminar, all right? These are people from webs they download, okay? These are people from advertisement. You see it? It shows you how much and the size and how they are being proportioned. So it's most time self-explanatory. As you know, Congo, they give you headache. That's why most founders or most CEOs are coming to tell you to do it. Just put it, analyze it, let's see what's happening there. Because most times that's what they can easily understand, not by too much grammar. You understand? They don't want your too much English. Just show them this so that they will see it. Show them something like this. They will see it, numbers and all. This is here you see your due insights. So, so this is the revenue this month. This is the deals created. Out of these deals created, 10 deals, 2 have already been done, 8 is on the pipeline. The ones we lost, $45,000 was lost this month. So away. This is actually, these are samples. So if a company should be, this is what it will look on a working company's dashboard. This is just what it looks like. The marketing metrics. This is the total campaign, actual cost. Okay, we don't have none. None. So assuming there's something like this, you see the like total campaign is run, the actual cost of the campaign, the budget cost. Budget cost is actually different from actual cost, right? Budget cost is like when they start for the month or for the year, they'll be like, okay, this year we're actually going to run a campaign of getting 10,000 leads to our pipeline. But and for us to do that, let's say it costs us $2,000. That's just the budget, right? So they now start sourcing the leads. Maybe due to the fact that they have a reliable and good sales team who can actually look for other better ways to run the lead without much wasting of budget costs. They can at the end of the day run that, get those 10,000 leads for $1,200. The budget cost is actually $2,000, right? But the actual cost is now cost $1,200. So they have $800 gain still remaining in this budget cost that they did not use. It's actually the company's gain because no company really wants to spend that much money. Company wants to spend less money and get more profits. That's yeah, we all know that that's the goal, right? So most times the budget cost can even be $2,000, and then the company will end up spending more on the lead. It might even spend 2,200 or $2,500, which is not good. Then the expected revenue. When you also calculate all this, you also calculate how much revenue that that campaign is supposed to get you. And the revenue is actually expected to be bigger than the budget cost. You understand? As I said, company wants to do a smaller budget cost and even do a smaller actual cost, then the bigger revenue. The goal is always to make more gain. So this is actually sales point generation and have none here. This where you sell follow up thing. Okay. This is not like some other stuff. That's almost now request, yes. This is the marketplace. Here you can integrate anything to Zoho. If you want it to work for you, like you can integrate anything you want to Zoho. You understand? All this integration actually helps you run things smoothly. It's one of the buy now. You can buy this one. You can install it. SMS Magic. This is actually for like if you want to send one SMS. This for this manager. This lead finder. This is a lead finder. You can integrate it and use it to follow for lead SMS for Zoho. So this is actually where you get your leads. So this is where you get your apps. Sorry. These are the ones installed, non-installed, non-updates. So this is Zoho apps. Here you see the campaigns. Assuming we are like running campaigns now, you will see this here. It should have been here, but this is Zoho form. See, Zoho has its own form too. You can create your own form. You can decide to create your own form here. Across Zoho form. You can decide to create your own form. You can check your form reports if you created the form. Then you can also check the task, then users and all that. People using this, for us to get users, I need to invite people to this workspace, especially this Google form this thing. Then you can see more users. Admin, I'm actually the admin. So approvals and all that. Do you have a question?
Not yet.
Okay. But you're following, right?
I'm just trying to grab a few things. Then maybe later we'll just go back through it.
All right. Okay. Here we actually actually building this form now. Let's use one column. Name. We've added name. Here, the name of the form is Bondad questionnaire. Did you see how I started creating this? Hmm? If you can hear me, can you react, please?
Yeah, I mean, is it this video that is showing columns?
Okay, but you saw how I started creating this thing Nabi, form.
Good.
Wait, let me go back and see if I can start from the beginning. I actually started creating it by new form.
Okay.
Then I chose bonded questionnaire as the name of the form. You can decide it depends on what you're trying to do with your form. So that's the name. You understand? Then,
Yeah.
mm, then you see, I'm actually building it from scratch. So you can decide each column you want. You can decide two column, double column form. You can decide three column form. It just depends on what you want. But we'll be using one column. So we'll choose name. Where's the name? So we choose name. This name, then we choose like address. Ask the person to put an address and all that. Even if you can also choose phone number. It depends on what the things you want to be on that form. These are addresses. The person should put address, your address and all that. Then city, then phone number if it's needed. Then email address. Then if you want them to put their websites, you understand. Then you
Okay.
can even yes, you can even choose numbers, you know. It's just you have a lot of things to put on your form and make it work. There's just a lot of this thing. Even choose formalize, depends on what you want to do. You can have a drop down. This drop down is mainly if you want them to put to add what is it? File. You understand? If you want them to you can even choose an instruction, add your CV. You can choose the size you want the CV to be and all that so that so you see, add your CV. That's what they don't. So anybody that sees this Jordan will be like, they will know that it's actually for them to add your CV. Even if it's not to add CV, you can actually tell them to add any documents. That's why here's where you see this drop down. That's what it's mainly for. You understand? If you want them to check a box, you can choose it. You understand? You can customize what the box is. Are you?
Mhm.
You can say,
Okay.
do you like football? Let's just use it. You understand? So if the person likes football, they can choose yes, no, or whatever. It depends on what you're choosing for the day, what the max is all about, what the instructions. You can even put instructions. So see, yes, it's a common. No, for this one, maybe, maybe. You understand? So you see, do you like football? The person can choose yes or no. I can't click it now because I'm still building the form. So you can even tell them to add an image and, tell them to add an image. So you just select, if you really want to select how you want it to be, you understand, only image, just decide. It's everything in the form you You're the one to make it do what you want it to do. You understand? Here, there's something a date. You can choose. They can select it like with their date of birth. They can even select time. Maybe if you need them to really say choose the time they are available and all that, you can select it from here. If it's date and time, you can select it also. These are for upload, for them to upload files, upload images, audio upload. If you want it, let's choose audio upload. Upload. You want them to upload an audio. So they will just have to click here and upload an audio. If you want them to rate you, you can also choose it. If you put instruction and description and you're listening, that will be up. That should have been up. You understand? If you want to, if you can, a form contains different things. It just has a lot of things in it. So it depends on you selecting which one you want. So see our form. Why is it not showing? Okay. Yeah. See our form here. You can see the form, right? You can see what we created, the name. So if you send this to someone like with what you want them to do, they already know what to do on this form.
Okay, they
You
just
understand?
fill them.
Yes, you can see it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. So they just have to fill this up and then submit. And when they
Okay.
submit it, yes, and when they submit the form, you get you get notified. Let's go back. If they submit this form, then you also get the reports of like people that the form that has been submitted. So you can easily access all the forms. See the forms, see our forms now, right? Even if they submit it, anyone that submits the form, you also know who submitted and who did not submit. People that submitted. So now at least I'm happy that you know how the form works so that even when we get to Google form, it will still be very much easy, easy piece for you. You don't really need to overstress yourself and all that. So here is the workplace. Who are you? Why are you disturbing me? So if give me a second. Oh, this thing is asking for too much. Can't create any name, madam. So literally it wants me to create the mails and oh, let's go back to where we are. Because I'm not creating any workspace. I'll be needing it later. So this is actually where you see your projects. Can you see all these things in your own? Or you are looking, okay, you're
Yeah.
just looking at my own, right?
Yeah, I'm just looking at you. Huh? I'm not
Okay,
doing
okay,
anything
yeah,
on my own now.
yeah, better. So this is, so this is the CRM, the CRM, so CRM plus. This is market plus. This is actually where you get a lot of this thing. This is signs. If you want to sign a document, this is social. I'll explain all these things. This is actually if you want to run a webinar though. This is your site. There's something I'm looking for. Zoho meetings. Okay, let's just, I don't have any mail in it. It won't open. So this is actually like writer. Let's get to Zoho like writer. This is where you create documents. This is where you create documents. You can see it, right? It's where you create documents. It's just like the way Google has its own document, Google Docs and all that. This is where you can do it for Zoho. You can decide to create a new document. You can use template, level templates, single templates. You can create from the scratch. You see, you can even create a PDF. It gives you. See, let's just use blank one. I selected the blank. Listen, you're not using any template. I selected the blank documents. So we'll do it ourselves. So here is a Zoho document. So this is like us creating a document now, right? This if you want to like write something instead of going to Google Docs to print and write and all that, you can just come here and type your stuff. It will still be on your system. So you've created this document. You can decide to title it the training document. You've given it a title, right? Then you can decide here, you can decide to like put new templates to it. You can upload document. This uploading document is you can bring upload document. Can you see what I click now? Let me go back. Here, in case you just don't want to start typing here, you already have a document you created somewhere. You can just upload it either from your computer or from link, whichever you're choosing. You can choose it and browse and upload. See, you see where it's bringing me to? So here is actually where you upload documents. If you upload the document, it will show here. The document will just show here. Here you can import from cloud. You see, you can import from your Google Drive, from your OneDrive, from your Dropbox. Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, they all do the same thing. They do the same thing, just different uh people. You understand? So they practically save documents and other things for you in the cloud. That's as your work. So this is just open. You can hear open recently, which is actually the training. This in case you don't want to go far and be looking for documents, you can just open the recent one or even choose. Assuming I have other documents, all of them they would have been lined up here. Here you can manage your documents. See, the documents you already have, right? So here you can manage your documents. Here, all these things I'm clicking, see where you find it. Here that is file. Here that was tag file. That's where you find.
After the third line, I go to file. Okay.
Yes, after the three line, then after this dashboard, this will take you back to the dashboard. So this is where you find it, this file. You see a lot of options. You understand?
Yeah.
You can even make a copy. You see, you can make a copy of this. And if you make a copy, you see another one. will come. If you open it now, the same document but a copy of it. This copy actually helps you just in case you want to like you want someone to edit this part. You already have this, and you just want another person to give someone this particular copy, but for them maybe to edit it and put some things. You can just make a copy of it. You understand, right? That's how you make why you make copies. Then you save. You can decide what you save it as. You can decide what to save it as a folder. This is actually a folder. As a default, you can choose PDF. You can choose as a Microsoft Word. You can choose like as a password protected Microsoft Word. Password protected Microsoft Word are documents that you can only access if you have a password to it. Even if you have the link or they're giving you access to it, if you don't have that password, you can't access it. You understand? This that type of documents are mostly maybe documents that you don't want a lot of people to have access to. That's how they do it. So even if someone should create this, share this document with you and give you an access like view, if you don't have the password, you can't view it. Then for PDF documents, you know PDF now. You know PDF documents now. You know what PDFs are?
Yes, I know PDF.
Yes, okay. They also have password protected PDF. Then all these things. These are the documents. You can easily change it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can also save. You can after doing this thing now, assuming I've created this file complete, I can save it as a template so that tomorrow, if I want to do a file that is like this, I don't need to start hustling myself creating new one. I can just come to this one, choose this template, and then edit it. Then here you can save to other drive. Here you can download it. Then when download it, you can also choose how you download it, whether as PDF, as whatever. You can just create versions here. Here you share. Here you check download this way, document this way. Then here you share. Sharing it is you invite collaborators, or you share it to support, or you share it as an email attachment. You understand? Same thing with publish. Then here you can send it as like a sign if you want someone to sign in it. So you can send it as a upload sign service. If you want someone to sign this document, assuming there was a signing stuff in it. If you want them to fill it as a form, you can see through. So let's come here to share. Here you choose how to share it. You see how to give it access. You can choose members. You can add members in your team. Assuming there are members in your team already, you can actually add members from your team to this document. If there are members, if you click here, it will show names of people if you like to choose name. But if you don't detect link, once you click here, it will show you a list of your team members. In case you want to share it to any of them, you can just select. Then you can also share it by their emails. You understand? You can select to share it by emails. You understand? Just put their emails here. Then give them access. Here you choose access. If you want them to share, edit, and comment on this document, you can choose the access. Here, with this access, the person can share this document to another person. The person can edit it, and the person can comment on it. If you want only edit, the person can edit and comment alone. Please mute yourself. I can hear myself double. Please mute
This thing
yourself.
is break. I don't know if it's broke.
So, if you want to the person to only view and comment, you can choose this one. The person will view and comment alone. The person won't be able to edit. Here, the person can edit, but here the person will view and comment alone. Then, if you want the person to edit fillable fields only. Like if you choose only fillable, like maybe after the form, maybe the person need to put something down fillable fields. The person will just only be able to edit that part and not edit any other part. The fillable part field has something like this here. It's just like a form. So that's how the person will just be able to fill that. Then if you want the person to only view and not have any other access, but only view, then the person will only view. Then you now click on share. But now we can't share because we did not add anybody. So you click on share. So for the link, if you want to share it through link, you can still do through the same thing. Once you've done it here, you can just click on link and color link. That's it. Here you can also change your visibility and all that. You understand what I said, right? Okay. So here, this is in the document. This is okay. This is shared with me. Here you find documents shared with you. You understand? I mean, someone like the way I told you now that you can share to someone. If anyone shared to you that same way, you're able to see the document that was shared with you. Then know how to collaborate. If you're editing, if you're just doing maybe giving your comments or whatever, you see it here and you do it. So you can actually mark some documents as your favorite. Depends on the need and the importance. So yeah, so here documents task, those documents assigned to you, like if there's any task that was assigned to you to do, like in a document form, they can just send you, you see it here. Do so 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 thing, you see it assigned to you. If the ones initiated by you, like you assigned someone, you can see it here. Document templates, you can choose your document templates here. You can choose organizational template. You can choose public template. It just depends on what you want to do. If your company has a particular template, like the one I told you that if I want to put this as a template that I can actually put it, then automatically it becomes like your organization template, right? So, but this one is actually a public template. So everyone can use it for executive, classic, professional. It just depends on what you're working on. This looks like a resume, but this type of resume is no longer, it's not really advisable because it's not ideal. So this, you can just choose any template you want. Okay. So template automations, you can actually create your own template automation, how you want it to work and all that. So let's go back to marketplace. Let's go back to marketplace. So here you can actually, did you see where I clicked now? Well, let me go back, please. See where I clicked show to present. Here you can actually run a new presentation. This is actually like in case you're doing a presentation, like a company presentation or a product presentation, or you want to present to your clients and show them what your company does or what your product does and the benefits. You can just choose it. If you already have a presentation you've done before, you can upload it here. Then if you want to create new one, you can easily decide to create new one from here. So it's just like see, presentation, just like a slide. In fact, not like it's kind of it's a slide presentation. You can choose what you want to see, slide by slide, how the layout and all that. So it depends on you. You can just choose the layout. You can even change templates and use another type of template that you think works best for you. So you need this place if you have something to present and you want it to be very beautiful, you can just select and run your presentation. Yeah. Okay. Let me see that one. I don't want to go far. Yeah. So here you find your presentation, the ones you've already done, your presentations you've already created, you understand? And this is the one we just did no. So it's showing me that it's already my presentation. Just shared it to you. You can find the ones shared it to you here. Here you find your favorites. Here you find offline presentations in case you've enabled offline presentations setup. You can find it there. Here is your library for your organization, your position and all that. In case you just want to see what you've done. Okay, let's go back to marketplace again. Here is sheets. So here is your sheet. Here you also do um your spreadsheets and create a new one. You see, you can do your thing and create your vision. So with Zoho, you actually you know Zoho is a CRM and a workspace on its own. So you just have everything you need. It's just you have everything you need here. Here's your tables. Here's even your tracker though. Project, everything is just here. Meetings, you can see the meeting or even notebook where you can just write down, take notes and all that. Theming board, but Zoho has everything in it. So let's go to this meeting. So here you can actually create a meeting. You can choose a fast meeting. That's the meeting now. You can schedule for later. You understand? If you want a webinar, you can like broadcast it then immediately. Then you can also do it for later. You understand? Depends on what you want. Please just give me 5 seconds. Before the light, let me change my solar to NEPA. Okay. So, like I said, you can choose your meeting. This is where you actually like schedule your meeting. You can, if it's audio, if it's video, whichever one, just like the way you're doing this thing here now. You can use Zoho. So here, assuming you have a meeting already, you would have seen it here, you would have seen upcoming, you would have seen your past meeting, you have seen even your personal room. You understand? So also you can create a new one on schedule. For webinar, same thing. You can just start your webinar and start presenting and all that. So for calls, you can decide to like do your calls, yeah? Meeting calls. Then your calendar. This is your calendar. You can schedule your meeting. You can schedule your meeting from here and choose when. Okay, I don't have a can create in the past. What's today's date? Today's 21, right? Okay. So you see, you can just decide to create your own meeting. This thing. You can just choose the title of the meeting. You can choose which one it is. If is it video, is it audio, the date, the time, the duration of the meeting, and then you schedule. Let's just say on that get together. On that get together. Let's say that's the name of the meeting, right? Then we can choose um, today. Let's choose today. The time will be by 3:45 p.m. today. And the duration will be, let's say, 1 hour, 30 minutes. You can choose 1 hour, 30 minutes. I don't just choose 2 hours. 1 hour, 30 minutes, no want. So here is the time zone. You can practically change your time zone to suit whichever one you want. Because most times you might be really finding it difficult to calculate through like especially when you're meeting someone in America, you're having a meeting with people in the US or maybe in Canada, and you're finding it difficult to calculate it with your this thing. You can just change your time zone. But most times, even if you have your time zone here and this thing, it can easily convert to those people. But it will convert to those people's time. Yeah. But you can actually just decide to change your time zone. But here is where you can change time zones and all that to make it very much easier for you. So the host is me. So here you add participants. You can add their email addresses and all that. Let me just say add my own email address. This is where you add participant email address. And how many they are, you can keep choosing until the desired email address. Then you can actually add an agenda why this meeting is holding. If you don't want it, you can leave. You have more options. If you want it to be a recurring meeting, like to reoccur every Saturday, you can choose recurring meeting so that each Saturday you won't need to send them meeting links. It will just keep going like that. If you want to add a co-host, you can do that. Someone that would like co-host it so that even if you are being kicked out, the person can still continue. If you want to do end-to-end encryption, so it should just be between the people, you and the people involved. If you also want to allow participants to join before the host, maybe in case the host will be late, you can choose that. If you want to do associate rooms to like put people into different rooms during the meeting, you can do that. Or you want people to be in a particular room in the meeting, they will know what's happening, but people won't really see them and all that. You can also do that. So here you choose a reminder. You to remind the people 5 minutes before the meeting, or 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It depends on how you want to choose. Then you click schedule. Voila, it's scheduled. But since you assuming it's scheduled now, you send me an email that I have a meeting by then, but let's cancel. We don't need it. Right? So that's actually that. See your rooms, nothing else. Let's go back to, I want to see if there's any other thing we're actually talking about on this Soho. Okay, here you can actually learn more things. It gives you room to learn new things and all that, upskill yourself. This is a desk, this is who assists. A lot of things. It's for human resource, recruit people, workly, creator. You can do your workflows and everything. Zoho is very, 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 very versatile. I would actually like you to ask me questions today, so I will know. I will know if you're really understanding what I'm doing. You get me? Can you hear me? So here is actually the whole survey. This is where you like, in case you want people to, you want to run a survey, you understand, concerning your business, and you want people to like give you their insights or whatever they think about your business. You can just create your survey here. I don't know if you saw where I clicked. I clicked here, survey. So you can just decide to create your surveys. You can choose a template, you understand? This for like customer satisfaction, human resource, education, this for marketing. These are templates though. These for events, in case you want to run an event. You don't choose the particular type of event. This for healthcare surveys, non-profits, government and political, business surveys, e-commerce. Then you can also create your own from the scratch and name it and everything. You name your surveys. Also doing it from creating now. Then create. Okay. Don't know why. But that is it though. So now we are done with hotspot and also done with Zoho. Zoho team CRM. Let me stop sharing. So that is actually that for today. We will see on tomorrow. Yeah, we'll also begin next class.